You just need to know if they're qualified. That's it. That's quite literally the only thing. When it's B2C, you need to know more about their problems and goals. Like, it's just more important. In B2B, if I'm being 100% honest, I literally only care if they're qualified. I just don't really care about anything else. If the AI reads the message and it's emotional, then to just dig slightly deeper, because in my opinion, that's just qualification at the end of the day. Because if someone's a pain in the ass, they're emotional, they're not qualified. In my opinion, the harder part of this is getting the intent-based leads to actually message or to actually get them in the chat. That's the harder part, because curiosity with intent, which is, the age-old problem of marketing. Because in the end, if you get like a shitload of people in the DMs, it's great, but most of them are going to be time wasters. And then if you just go for the intent-based ones, obviously the size of the audience, right, when it comes to the media buying is like very low. Just story ads. Like, story ads is the easiest way. Why? Because people are familiar with that, right? It's just such a familiar sales process. They probably do it themselves too, right? It's like you're on stories, you reply to a story, when you've responded to a story, the next step is DMs, right? People are just, who are on social media, they're familiar with that. So if someone's seeing like high intent ad, right? Men with intent, they're like, yeah, this is me. The conversation can be like extremely short before they. Yeah. The other thing I was going to say is whenever I'm getting this working, every single time, like, again, no matter how big the account is or whatever, I always recommend doing it manually just for a couple days. People start saying some weird that you just never even thought was coming. And it's very, very surprising. Like, anytime you get a lead coming in, right, we need to make sure that they're getting put on some type of hit list. I call it a hit list. So a hit list is someone who's put some type of positive intent into, wanting to work with you guys. Okay. So we have a hit list. The responsibility, right, if you're going to do it manually, of like an appointment setter or DM closer, right, every day is going to be going through the hit list. The vast majority of people ghost you, even when they opt in. It's very normal. This is to be expected. Okay. I always like to imagine myself in London, right? Back in the day when I'm just popping around, going here and there, jumping on the tube, right? The metro, you lose phone service, right? I don't think most people do it intentionally, but they do. So make sure that is in place and that you have a team on top of those leads to follow up with them, okay? If I give you like a couple major hacks for the DM chat thing, it's like, go back and double tap the messages that leads have sent. And second, ask them if they can keep the chat open while you're having the conversation. Then they don't ghost you forever. So if they start ghosting you, right? Like, it's just a classic message, which is like, are you no longer looking to fix your XYZ problem? Just not basic follow-up messages like that. Really, it just works, right? In the DMs. I'm just send the freebie link as like a passing comment. So it's really just like a passing comment. I think that a lot of people in the DMs, like, they really just over-index on their freebie. Like, I just watch the freebie or not. The fewer assets you send them, the better. The shorter the assets, the better as well. So if you guys have, I'll always suggest building a really trimmed down sales page and then adding, so you get a minimum viable sales page is actually better. And they do watch stuff. I will say they actually really do watch stuff. So if that sales page has a VSL on it, that would be really good. After 3 days of them basically not responding to the follow-up, we just put them on a long-term nurture list, right? And then basically on a monthly basis, you'll have your typical email marketing going back out to them with like a special offer or whatever it happens to be. When it has the logic of like how you need the conversation to be and like the type of follow-up that you want, it's if I'm being 100% honest, I think it's better than me. It's insane. And it's also so cool how like all the re-nurturing, reactivation stuff can be like completely personalized now as well. And it just saves so much time. Oh my gosh, the amount of time it saves is really, really cool.